Good afternoon, team. Not a very happy Tuesday, I would say. Um, we just got beat down today again. We had that little one, not even one day, one half a day wonder yesterday. At the end of the day, you figure you would have a continuation into Tuesday, and we have a 500 point down day on the Nasdaq. So and after hours, I'll go over this part. So I just want to kind of like top down approach. This is kind of what we're looking at. Remember, this is like the big, bigger picture. 5 day, 1 week kind of scenario channel we were in. Where we were, I had the arrows here. We were topping, and then eventually, we came up to it, and then we had this. This was the 21st. We started going down, and then we had this ridiculously over, exuberant sell-off that we kind of stayed over here. So this wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable for a day. That was really it. We had yesterday's little, halfway through the day, we had the little move up. Then we ended up on a high note. But what did we do? We came up to that 330 level. Round numbers, guys, 100, 200, 330, like round numbers have a psychological effect on traders. The market's always going to do the same thing it has done for the last 150 years, and it will continue to do so because human beings are the ones that are trading. We have fear and we have greed and we have emotions. So, and the psychological effect of the market, it's always going to play out. That's why patterns and setups that worked 50 years ago, 100 years ago, and 2 weeks ago, and last year are going to work the same tomorrow, yesterday, a week from now, and 10 years from now, because people are trading. So it's the same. The cause and effect is the same. So we got to 330. We kind of hit our head here for a little bit. We hit it right here, and then boom, straight down. We had a little wedge, and then upward wedge, and we broke it down here. Then we came down to around the 320 range. We channeled for, pretty much we broke down and we channeled from, 11 in the morning or so through the end of the day. And then we just broke down at 3 o'clock, and then after the last 15 minutes we just kind of like sold off hard again on extremely high volume. So I mean we've been stepping down. We've been stepping down. This is not good. The market timing finished at 2.88. It was in the twos somewhere here, and we had a little rally. So that's why I kept adding to my TQQQs and UPRO, because we were in the 2 range, and lo and behold, we're down 3 after market because this bad boy reported and missed, and it's down. It was down 140 a little while ago after hours. Google was down 88 points today on very high volume. They reported earnings. They missed on earnings, and they're down another 105 points. They're down somewhere here. No, somewhere here, guys. 2193. They're down somewhere around here. Even further, even lower than all these lows. That's why it's bringing the Qs down. We broke down this channel. Everything is just breaking down. I mean, there's nothing positive, and we did it on high volume, and the relative strength line, it just keeps going lower and lower and lower. So this is not good. Tomorrow, I was hoping tomorrow will be a little bounce because we're oversold. We still might get it. I mean, we're still in the oversold, but we can stay oversold for a very long time. Just like we can stay overbought for a very long time. So you never know, but you play the probabilities, and that's what you do. And if you gotta take a loss, you gotta take a loss. As simple as that. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. But in the long run, it's gonna work out a lot more than the times that it doesn't. That's why you take the chance every single time, and then you play the probabilities, and eventually they're going to work out in your favor, and you're going to be a profitable trader career-wise. For the short term, you might have a huge drawdown and be suffering, but that's trading. You got to just go with the punches and know how to kind of deal with it. Hey, we had a nice little tick up from 3 to 2.89 down. This is positive news. So let me see what Google is doing. Yeah, still 100 points. It's getting better. No, less than 100 points. Yeah, we're trending higher, guys. We're trending higher. So, everything got hit. Everything got hit. All the big names. Just Apple broke the 200. This is the only positive sign that I see here. The last time it broke the 200 in the same kind of scenario where it ended on the low of the day, the next day was the rally. So, I don't know. We're down a little bit after hours. Microsoft also reported after hours, and they're doing good. So maybe that's compensating a little bit the Qs, because again, Microsoft is up 2 points. 6 points. Google is down 100 points. So, but still, it was down in the day. 3.74. It's getting almost half of that back. Nothing to write home about. My boy Nvidia, it's kicking my butt. Nvidia has destroyed it's just kicking my butt big time. This little shelf right here did not hold, and it's just been downhill ever since. Down another 6% today, and down another 3 or 4 points after hours. Again, this is just because when you have a down market, you throw the baby out with the bathwater. Everything just gets sold out. Everything just kind of goes through the crapper. So I have the 220. I still have those 220 with a 195 cost basis. So I am definitely underwater. I have a drawdown on this position. So I was hoping for that one day, which it was this one, but it wasn't enough. It was still, the MT only got to like 15 or 16. So I wasn't able to sell any calls like I said I would, because I didn't have the opportunity. I was hoping that today would be the up day where we could take this high and I could start selling, and then I got the opportunity. So I'm still empty on the top side. I'm just taking heat on the bottom side. So I'm still waiting for that one day, maybe 2 days of up days, so I can start pounding the short calls to offset some of this drawdown that keeps getting a little bit bigger, and it's getting to the point a little bit out of control right now. But I will manage accordingly. The other ones I have, SMH, well, the same thing. They all a little bit down. This one is not that bad because I had the 230. So 228 after hours, 225. We'll see. It's not a big deal. I received about 3 or 4 points, so it's kind of a break-even scenario. So again, all my short puts are underwater. There's 2 of them, which is Nvidia, and I have Square. Square, I have, it's 100 and 199. I had the 95, so I'm almost there. And this one I do have the 140 up here. So this was helping out with this drawdown. But again, just the market. It is what it is. I just got to ride this out until we get a nice little bounce, maybe a day or two. Maybe we get something. Even if we get half of this will definitely get me out of trouble. But I'll trade around. I'll trade around this somehow. So the SPYs, even the S&P. It was, I think the S&P was down like 100 points. Yeah, it was down. The S&P was down 121 points today, guys. 120 points. That's insane. Look at this drop. It's just it undercut these lows right here. It's searching for this one over here. Let me see the SPY. Yeah, this is the only saving grace here. The volume wasn't as high as this one, so hey, that's some good news if you want to look for some good news. Down 12 points, 11, and down a little bit after hours, again, because of Google. So again, it's below the 50, below the 200. It's just going down. This is like 1, 2, 3 big down days with a nice little hammer. And this is a hammer candle, which is it usually indicates a reversal. And then today we just drop again. So if you look at history here, you have 3 down days here when we had the reversal. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you had this one little hammer candle, then you have 3 more. So we're going to have 2 more going down. We can. I mean, if we got if we go down, if we test this 410 level, that's another 4 points here. I mean, it can get nastier, but again, probabilities say that we have a bounce coming our way. I don't know when. It was supposed to be today. It was supposed to be yesterday. We got a little bit yesterday. It wasn't sustainable, and we're taking some heat. So hopefully you guys didn't get hurt too much or at all. You should be mainly in cash. I'm the only idiot with some short puts that's getting beat up here, but I'll trade my way around it. I might roll the NVIDIA. That's the one that's really hurting me the most. So I might roll the NVIDIA I have the July. So I mean, I got plenty of time. I got the July. I might roll to like August or September and go down to like 210 to kind of give me some help here on the drawdown. Picking up 10 points of margin release. And maybe even if I have to pay like 50 cents or $1 or whatever, I get myself some more time and reduce 10 points exposure. I might do that, and then maybe just sell something really short term to finance the move. I'll see what happens tomorrow if we have another huge down day. But again, I'll trade my way around it. I just need a little bit more time and a little bit of help from the market. We always need a little bit of help from my friends. Okay, so I went through my scans. Everything it's just beat up. So basically, my good old friend AR, it was up for the day. It's holding up well, running in 21. This was a nice little base here. This was a nice little base here. This was a nice little base here. Remember, we were trading it back here somewhere, and we kind of stayed away from it. And this sucker went from like 25 to 32 now, but it was at 35. So this could be a nice little entry if it breaks today's high, and we have a market that's conducive to going higher. ARCH did wonderful today, up 20%. Up 20% today. Look at this big bar. They reported earnings. They crushed the numbers. I mean, just crushed the numbers. Look at this. They're expecting to earn $61 a share from 19 last year. That's just insane. So it was up 27 points today. How about having 100 shares of that? That would have been nice, right? We had it here, and it's in a nice little trend line. I made money on this stock, through here, and I got stopped out. I think somewhere around here. I took profits, and then I never got back in it again. Because they did this, so you never know. I mean, you wouldn't have never traded this because it's below the 50 and there was no setup. But at least there was one stock that was doing good this in this bath that we took today. So out of all the ones that I looked at today, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I want to go over that could potentially be setting up if we have a decent market. This could be relative strength wise they hold up pretty well. MRK. It's right in the 21. It took this little base breakout here. It kind of retraced back to the 9. The 21 is holding. It was only down 1% today, for how bad the market was. So I'm liking Merck at 86.23. 86.23, which is taking out today's high and the other day's down day high. If he takes that, breaks the Townland, it's gonna be a play to 90. So I'm liking Merck. The other one is ATI 2847. 2847, which is basically right here in my trend line. If it breaks out this little base that I took it here, and we took it out to 31, 32, if it does that again, holding the 50 real nicely here. So again, only down 2.5% on a day like today. It's got earnings in 8 days, so you might make a little run into earnings. It's down $1 after hours, so again, I don't know. I have no idea why, but again, that's why we don't anticipate moves. We wait for the breakout. Okay. So that's one ATI. Then MOS, I'm liking it at 64.73. 64.73, which is this little base right here. When it took it, it kind of worked. It came back in when it took it again. It had a nice little run from like 65, 66 to 80. So took a beating, just like most stocks, in the top industry groups. Held the 50. That's extremely positive. Held the 50 today again, and it was actually flat on the day, on the down day. So very strong action. Takes out 64.73. I'm a buyer of MOS. It's got earnings in 6 days, so we might have a nice little run. I hold it for 5 days and get out before earnings. The other one that I'm liking, but I'm not trading because it's got earnings tomorrow, is Molina, MOH. I took a nice profit on this one. This is a very good trade for me. I took it right here on this day. Actually, I'm sorry. I took it right here on this day right here when it was close to the 50. I'm sorry, 21. And I got out right before the 48 something, 47 range. I made a nice profit on this. The next day, the next couple of days, it just tanked. Yesterday it held the 50. I mean, it's below the 50 technically, but it's kind of like in that little same area, and did not violate yesterday's low. So that's strong action. It was down, percent. I mean, it's a big stock, so 5 points on this big stock is only about 1.5%. So this trend line is still in play, 328.16, but it's got earnings in 1 day. So I will not be trading this. Even if it triggers, I will not be trading it. I am not holding it through earnings. Okay, just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it because it could be a setup for after earnings. And then the last one is NSA. NSA at 64.81. 64.81. Take out this little base right here, which last time we took it, we had a nice little 3-point move. The market just took it down again, holding the 50. The 200 is kind of catching up. So I like this little double action support here at the 60. So I like it at 64.81. If it breaks out this little base right here, which would be yesterday's high, this could make a run for 70 on a good market. Okay, on a good market. Doesn't have any earnings coming up until May 4th, so we have a little bit of time. It's got great numbers, pretty steady. 50 group. It's a REIT, so it's just got steady earnings growth, good numbers, 38, 52. So I like it. And that's about it, guys. Let me see Google here. Are you kidding me? Wow. Look at this, guys. Like 10 minutes ago, we were down 100 points. Now we're only down 50. I like it. Let me see NVIDIA. This is live. Live TV. NVIDIA only down a point. Yay. And then let me see here the Qs. The Qs are only down a point. So let me see how Tesla is doing. I didn't post it because it's like a personal thing just to kind of have it because I'm eventually gonna buy a Tesla for myself. So I wanted to just start acquiring some Teslas. I bought like 5 shares at I think it was like 880 or 885. I bought like 5 shares. Just to kind of have a little bit of Tesla in my life. I'm just gonna just hold it, just because eventually I'm gonna be a Tesla owner. So I just wanted to have some shares in the stock. If it goes to 850, I'm gonna probably add another 5 just to have a solid 10, and just keep 10 shares just to see what happens. I'll get stopped out way down here, and I'll probably take profits, somewhere in 1200. But just again, I just have 5 right now. I'm eventually going to go to 10, and that's going to be my full position on this. But again, let me see NVIDIA again here. After hours, at 6 o'clock, the future's already open. So it's holding up, guys. Google is bouncing. Google is bouncing. I like it. Wow, I like it. Well, it kind of just came back and forth. Well, either way, I'm not going to be going back and forth on this. So either way, guys, tomorrow I have no idea what's going to happen. Tomorrow we might have a rebound, an overreaction after hours, and tomorrow we have a snap off. If we have an update, again, that's hopefully when I'm going to take opportunity to sell my short calls. Guys, don't be aggressive buying anything if we have a nice update. Those 3 or 4 stocks that I gave you, if they trigger, those are pretty much the only ones. Don't bottom fish. Stay away from tech. It's just not doing anything right now. So just be safe. Have patience. There will be better days. Not right now, not yesterday, but they will come. Listen, we will have a bounce. The market timing is at 2.88. We are at extreme oversold. So if not tomorrow, the next day, whatever. If we keep going down, obviously that's going to keep going lower. So there will be a bounce. The biggest, listen, the biggest 1 days and the biggest snapback rallies are on bear markets. So if you notice, when you're going up, you have nice little, tight little action, little small, low volatility action, right? When you're going down, the days that are big, the days that are up are huge days, right? And then all these bars right here, let me clean this up. All these bars right here are big bars. If you look at all these bars, they're much bigger than these bars, right? So there's the potential for a big, snapback. If we get something like this, that's gonna make my year. Even if we get halfway through it, that's gonna wipe away everything that happened here. So all will be good again. But it's gotta happen first. So we're going in the right direction after hours. We're moving a little bit in the right direction. Be safe tomorrow. I gotta check. Google. Okay. Getting better. And NVIDIA. Okay, I could deal with only a point. That's fine. Okay, guys. So be safe tomorrow. Don't be aggressive buying anything if you have a down day. And if you have an up day, if you haven't done a down day, don't bottom fish. Don't try to anticipate. Don't try to guess the bottom. The bottom will work itself out once you start seeing things going up. Okay? Be safe. God bless.